It's been a while. The US government must want this Dr. Pyotr Ivanovich pretty bad to send me here. They spent a fortune in bribes and false documents just to get me this far. I guess it makes more sense to send in a lone Irish businessman, a shoe salesman at that, than a SEAL team. No loose ends, and no chance of starting a war. The government's all about plausible deniability these days. Can't say that I blame them. Intelligence reports that Dr. Ivanovich is one of the Soviet Union's top biopreparate scientists. The FBI's been keeping tabs on him for years. Seems after all this time, the good doctor wants out. My sources tell me he's in fear for his life and wants to defect. He's offering information about Soviet biopreparate activities in exchange for extraction, and ultimately his freedom. That's where I come in. I'm told that Dr. Ivanovich is being held in the Morovia Grand Hotel, a safe house for scientists, government officials, and other members of the intelligentsia. The place is heavily guarded. Hell, it's a fortress. This won't be easy, especially since I'm unarmed. I'll have to do this quietly, at least until I can meet my contact and secure a firearm.
Предъявите пропуск.
Ну вот я раз, я только вчера здесь был. Ну может пропустишь, а? Чего?
Ваш пропуск.
Ну не волнуйся, она, наверное, где-то здесь в машине. Но мне только разгрузить нужно в парке и все.
Ты знаешь правила. Без пропуска проезд воспрещен.
Уверен? А где это здесь? Ну минуточку.
Ладно. Выезжай.
Keep the change.
Пока.
Hey, mister. You dropped your briefcase.
How careless of me. Thank you.
Don't mention it. No, I think you should visit a cafe across the street. I hear the Polevka is quite good.
Good evening, sir. Would you care for something to eat?
I'd like to try the Polevka.
Perhaps you would prefer Svikova instead?
No, thank you. The Polevka was highly recommended.
Excellent. Polevka it is. Follow me. Sorry we couldn't get you more firepower, Mr. Mullins. It's the best we could do. This is okay, yes?
This'll be fine.
I need to be getting back to work. You can let yourself out the back. The Hotel Prague is just down the street. I wouldn't recommend going in the front door, though. I'd look for a different way in.
Thank you for your help.
I'll be seeing you soon. Godspeed to you, Mr. Mullins. Goodbye. Good luck.
So something I didn't mention before is John Mallon is actually a real person. You have been inserted into Prague to extract Dr. Pyotr Ivanovich to the United States. Dr. Ivanovich is a biopreparat scientist who wishes to defect to the West. Your cover is that you are an Irish shoe salesman. Your mission is to locate Dr. Pyotr Ivanovich and get him safely out of the country by any means necessary. So John Mullins is actually the person who was working with Raven Software as a consultant. So they used his input when they making this game. This is a flashback, so John doesn't have his trademark mustache. Okay, and here's where the problems start. You remember how the original game was very nice and fluid and it was easy to shoot people? Yeah, that's long gone. The problem is, every single weapon now has recoil. Well, not recoil, muzzle spread. And it's really, really significantly high.
Эй!
You're encouraged to leave whenever possible. And if you don't, I blew it up. Wonderful. The game has a better engine, but overall the game is worse. Remember how weapons were accurate in the first game? How easy it was to use them? I don't even know if I'm not hitting him because of the truck. Also, the biggest problem in the game is there are no grenade indicators and the enemies love to throw grenades. You'll just hear dunk 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 boom and that's it for you.
Find a way to get up on the roof.
There's no feedback that you're actually hitting anything. There is also no way to know where you're being shot at from. You just hear that their bullets are popping off somewhere, and you will be getting a directional feedback when you're actually being shot. Did I put this on amateur by accident? I don't think so. Oh, come on. Where? Apparently somebody is alive. Who was shooting at me? Oh, maybe the upstairs? Nope. There are still no indicators, no way to know where you need to go. You just go and hope that you're gonna run into the door that you need to go through. Somebody throw up crates at me. I think that was a grenade. Yeah, it was. The moment you hear the tung tung tung, just run. So you would reach this point and we're like, where do I need to go? Here? And you would like, seems not. If you don't notice that little lockpick sign, the damage model on the enemies is actually a lot more detailed. You can actually completely mutilate the corpses if you want to. Better now because I remember where everybody are, but even this first level, when I was playing it for the first time, took like several attempts to get through. I was hoping maybe I have a grenade, but I don't. So when it shows two red arrows, that means it's from below, and if it's one red arrow, that means it's from behind. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. You notice that something could be blowing up?
That fire escape.
Because they will, and they will blow you up along with it. I think there was some armor here. Yes, it was. Yeah, that's from below. Somebody threw a grenade, which I did not see. And that's half of my health gone. I will be destroying boxes because they often carry things inside of them. Sometimes it is necessary for your survival. But of course, a lot of the time they don't have anything. Okay. The reason why I'm leaning even when there are no enemies is because if you're leaned, for whatever reason, their accuracy drops. Like, I actually beat a boss in the game because he couldn't hit me while I was leaning. But it was the only way I could beat him because he could just eliminate me in 2 shots easy. Really poor accuracy. Crap! That's what I'm talking about. It just flows in. No warning, no nothing, and you can't really see it half the time. The shotgun is still very deadly, but it's not as impactful as it was in the first game. And you can disarm opponents first game. And unlike the first game where they were surrendered, they will actually try to retrieve their gun in this game. That's a grenade! I don't know where it went, I don't know where it was, I just pick a direction and I run to it. Because if I stay, the grenade is gonna get me. Also, you can bait enemies, they will go after you. Also, that sometimes happens. There are still armored enemies, and if you manage to kill them without ruining the armor, you can pick up the armor, but it happens so rarely. It's nowhere near as often as it happened in the first game. The game is brutal, but the first one is still better. At least for me. The second one is just nowhere near impactful. The right way. Well, there was an enemy, so I assume I am. Yeah, when they're glitching like that, it becomes a bit harder to hit them. So that's the way I need to go. I realize that the game is really dark on the recording, but it's pretty much maxed out on brightness. I can't really brighten up more than I have. Sorry. And that was not the way I was supposed to go. And you can't pick lock that one. There was a room that I had to go to a different room. Probably this one.
Dr. Ivanovich, my name is...
I know. Thank heavens you're here. Quickly, we must escape out the back. Follow
gonna save here because he can die. And they will fire at him instead of me.
Вызовите подкрепление!
Yeah, he's already half health. That's why pretty much why I saved the game. He won't wait for me and he will get himself killed.
Watch out! We've got to get this beast started.
This game
Grab
came
that
out,
machine gun on the back and
well, I think in the same year as Call of Duty. But you can see what problems it has. And of course there's a turret section.
These are still in the ignition. She won't stop. I left it short. You should win.
Here we go, the obligatory turret section. I love it how there was a grenade and I couldn't avoid. If you've never played Call of Duty 1, just compare it to this game. I mean, look at the quality of the models. I mean, remember the chase sequence in Call of Duty 1 in that car during the frame? This game came out the same year. Runs on a different engine, but still. This is actually running on a Quake 3 engine.
Don't stop for anything.
Yep, because that happens. I think I'm hitting it even though the shell doesn't roll. It's a bit confusing. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I don't know if it has location damage. For all I know, I could just be hitting it in the cloud. Fine.
That was close.
Not really. Still alive. Yeah, I can't destroy those until they come, I think. Maybe not even then.
Keep going.
There we go. I think. Yeah, now this comes a forced stealth section.
Мы искали вас, доктор. Теперь вы пойдете со мной. А где ваш надоедливый маленький друг, а?
Right here, pal.
Raven, I don't know what happened to you. I know that you try to make this game more realistic, but no. So this is a forced stealth section, and unlike the first game, they actually do play a stealth part here. Not well.
We meet again.
Good to see you, my friend.
Likewise. Listen, we don't have much time. I have passports for you and the doctor. Take them and get on the train.
Thank you again for your help.
Always glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going. If I'm seen here, you could jeopardize the mission.
Good luck. Until we meet again.
Where are you, Doctor?
Пожалуйста, документы.
Here you go. Everything should be in order.
Спасибо. Проходите.
And the facial animations. This is 3 years after. No, this is 4 years and a half after Half-Life. Welcome to the forced stealth section. Also, look at this. That is groovy. You can carve the entire head off. Anyway. Oh yeah, I just have to enter the train. Where is the doctor? Maybe I need to fetch him. He might be waiting for me in the bathroom. Oh, no. Here is where he is. I need to let him in.
us. But we've got to get this train moving. If it leaves at its scheduled time, we'll be captured for sure.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I'm saving the game here because the game is kind of picky about what it considers a stealth kill.
Must be around here somewhere.
I'm gonna try to remember which way I need to go. This is the way back. Which way I need to go? Here, no, it's not here. I need to get to the other side. So, since there's no takedown button or anything, you just have to aim for the head and slice. If you aim for the neck, you fail. If you aim for the throat, you fail. If you aim for the nose, you fail. Has to be the neck, the head.
Кажется, я что-то видел. Я бы выпил.
Эй, после работы выпьем?
Давай.
Okay. This is the way back. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna save here. I don't feel like redoing that whole segment. And yeah, you don't have to be crouched. You just need to not run. Hello. Bye. There we go. That was simpler than I thought it would be. Yeah, but that's because I remember where all the enemies are now.
Пожалуйста, ваши билеты.
Of course. I have them right here.
Доброго пути.
You can relax, Doctor. We're safe now. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
John, I can't thank you enough for getting me out of there. I used to think I was serving my country by helping the biopreparat. But I realize now that nothing good can come of their experiments. The best way for me to help my people is to make sure the world knows what's happening there. We need to put a stop to this.
I'm sure it was a difficult decision to make, but you're doing the right thing.
The right thing, if only it were that simple. To my country I am a traitor. I'll never be able to set foot on my home soil again. My home, my friends, gone. But I'm not a traitor, right?
Doctor, you really shouldn't.
Oh, don't mind my ramblings, John. I'll be fine. I only wish my former comrades would realize the consequences of what they're doing. Most of them don't even understand the destructive potential of the weapons they're creating. Millions of men, women, children could die at the press of a button? How can you win a war that no one survives? How can you win a war at all, for that matter? Those men are greedy and selfish, willing to sell their knowledge and experience to the highest bidder. Don't they realize? No, I don't suppose they do. Which is why I had to escape.
With your help, Doctor, a lot of lives can be saved.
Exactly. Many lives. There are terrorist groups all over the world that would kill for the information in my head. What if these bioweapons fall into the wrong hands? No one would be safe. I couldn't live with myself if I allowed that to happen. I'm going to tell your people everything I know. Names, dates, places, everything. I can only hope they can come up with a way to stop these experiments or develop countermeasures against them.
We can, and we will.
Do you remember the outbreak in Sverdlovsk in 1979?
Vaguely. I seem to recall.
68 people died along with hundreds of animals. Their blood is on my hands. We were developing an extremely deadly combination of 4 strains of anthrax in a nearby weapons lab in the Urals. Our safety protocols were compromised, and there was nothing we could do to stop it. I was lucky to escape with my life. The government called it a natural infection carried by the animals. I can assure you there was nothing natural about it. We were fortunate to contain it before it spread any further. I should have realized then the horror I was unleashing. You know, I can still hear the screams. I still hear the screams. God help me, John. What have I done?